Shop Local is here. The last thing that's going to stop me is week 5. Hill program, level 10, backwards. Hey community, it's Marty from Greater Rock Fitness. Today I have the best show ever for you. I'm highlighting shopping local. I'm going to go to a lot of downtown businesses. They're going to tell you a little bit about the gifts they have to offer, and I really encourage you to check out these places. If you're looking for that elusive gift, that unique gift, that gift that nobody else has because you can't get them at the box stores, then shop local, downtown Bellows Falls. Stay tuned and get some great Christmas gift ideas. Here we are at Village Square Booksellers. We're here today with Pat Fowler. Now the nice thing about Village Square Booksellers is it's not just books. They have everything under the sun here. You can not only shop local here at Village Square Booksellers, but you can get some nice local products. I see you've added even more this year, Pat.
Yes, we have a new company, Best of Vermont, and we've been able to get some sausages made in Vermont and little pretzels,
Nibbles.
Spicy pretzels, and one of the favorites is the maple jelly beans.
Ooh.
And Bella's House cookies, which are made just across the river. That's our normal standard. Then we have some Orton materials and locally made. Oh.
Jeez, you scared me there for a second. And
this
you
is
have
Bella. This is Bella. She's the bookstore kitty and very popular, very calm kitty. Loves being picked up even by strangers.
I know. I was like, ooh, that scared me a little bit there.
She has no problem for that.
So, I mean, really, what other bookstore could you go into and you could hold a cat while you're looking around shopping?
We've had some people that we've cured of being afraid of cats,
really?
too.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. But she did hide when we had our Llama Llama event last Sunday. We had Anna Dudney here, and this place was filled. We had over 60 people in here. And there were children and grandparents and parents and sisters and brothers. And she read her books, and
Now,
everybody's happy.
I was going to say, I noticed you also have the stuffed animal.
We
to go with the
do. This
llama.
is the new 22-inch doll. We've had some smaller ones, and we still have those. But this is the brand new 22-inch doll, so this is going to be popular this year.
Yeah. See, that's what I've always liked about coming into the bookstore is I have a niece and nephew down in North Carolina, and you know, I always try to first of all, they like things from Vermont, because they're kind of intrigued with Vermont. And it's nice that I can get them some gifts that are, you know, not your typical kid Christmas gifts. I love you have a
Well,
great
we have the
selection
name
of things.
trains that are made in Vermont. So a lot of people get that,
Puzzles,
especially
books.
for newborns.
Awesome.
But we have a lot of toys and stuffed animals. One of the companies that we buy stuffed animals from is Douglas Cuddle Toys, and they're down in Keene. So I actually go down and pick up my shipment.
Can I go next time? Now you're part of the Shop Local card, right?
Yes, this is done by the Bellows Falls Downtown Development Alliance, and that's what the card looks like. And on the back, there are 54 participants this year, and we have a lot of sponsors. Yes, that is.
That's nice.
Last year, 458 of the cards were turned in, which represents over $100,000 that was spent in town.
And your odds at winning a prize, folks, are really good. Last year, I filled up, I think, 2 cards, and I won a prize. So that's
well,
pretty cool.
every one of the participants has given us a prize, and some have given us multiple prizes. So it's a pretty good deal. Another good deal is that we had a catalog that was in the shopper, and we have copies here, and it's also online on our website. And if you bring in or mention the catalog, you get a 10% discount on the books.
Oh,
and
nice.
there's books for all ages in the
Even
catalog.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, we do this
Well, now
every
I
year.
know.
This is our New England Independent Booksellers Association puts this out for us and helps us
It's
with
a
this.
beautiful catalog. I look through it every year. I always pick out at least 1 or 2 books.
Yeah.
I think books are a nice gift. I
They
really
are.
do. I really think. If anyone's looking for some fitness books, I don't know why I would talk about fitness books, but we have. Are you going to endorse this, Bella? Bella endorses Which Comes First, Cardio or Weights? Fitness Myths, Training Truths, and Other Surprising Discoveries. She's very intrigued by that, I can tell.
How many cats would sit this
I know.
calmly?
I'm waiting for
And
it to
wait a
jump out of
minute,
my
you
hand.
have one of our favorite books
I do.
here.
This is one of my favorite books. Folks, if you have somebody at home that's new to strength training or even old to strength training, this is an awesome strength training anatomy book. It has almost every exercise you would want to do, and it really shows you and highlights the muscles that you're using. So it's a great book. Plus, it gives you a ton of technique, and they keep evolving this book. I have the original version, which I've pretty much worn out.
Yeah, you use that when you're upstairs. Yeah.
But we have I've used it so many times. It's just a wonderful book.
They have one for women also, specifically for women. So it's good company.
So there you have it, folks. Village Square Booksellers, come meet Bella. She's very friendly. Come talk to Pat and Alan, Mitzi and Nancy, right? Did I get everybody?
Yep.
Awesome. Shop local.
Thank you.
So now we're here down on Canal Street. We're down with Cindy Moses from Canal Street Beads. And I have to tell you, you have one of the most colorful shops on the square.
you.
Every
Thank
time I
you.
walk by and the reflection just off the beads in your window, I love it.
Thank you. That's
I
the
love
nice
it.
thing about beads. There's just so
Yeah,
many colors.
I know, yeah. So if someone, here's my thing. A lot of people like to make their own Christmas gifts. It just, it's a
Certainly.
little more personal. It's a little more, sometimes it's a little less expensive.
Yep, it absolutely
so if
is.
someone were to come in and they wanted to make some jewelry, can you help them with that?
Absolutely. I'm always here to help somebody. We have trays, and now with a larger space, now I have the table, so people
good.
are more than welcome to come in, and I'll always help them
Okay, you
make
can
jewelry. So
help
if you're a
them
beginner or
Creatively challenged, maybe like, okay, what colors really go together well?
Yeah, sometimes that's all you need. It's just what shapes look well together and what colors work together. So yes, we're always here to help.
And then if you're creatively challenged and lazy, like myself sometimes, I'd rather just come in and purchase one of you have some beautiful necklaces.
Thank you. Thank you.
You make all of them yourself,
I do.
correct?
Yes, I do, with the exception of a friend of mine who makes these nice wire-wrapped earrings.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Yeah, aren't they pretty?
And I know that what I happened to do last year, because I couldn't decide on which bracelet to get my sister, which bead would she like? I mean, that was a big decision for me.
Sure.
I actually did a gift certificate.
Yep, I have gift
So
certificates.
that's an option too, folks. And she came in and she got to pick out exactly
Yes.
how she wanted her bracelet
Well,
to be.
because it's hard to decide what
It
someone
is.
else's taste
it
is.
And sometimes you think you have it nailed, and then you can
Yeah.
tell when they open it, go, oh,
That's nice.
That's really nice.
Yeah, so absolutely, we have gift certificates.
And do you have anything coming up that you want to highlight?
We do. Next Thursday night, I'm doing a snowflake ornament workshop, and we're going to have spice cider and Christmas cookies.
Ooh. I'll come just for cookies.
And they are like a wire ornament, and then you string like crystals, and different kinds of crystals.
Oh, beautiful.
And I'm actually going to hang some from the ceiling in here. The nice advantage of the metal roof. I can,
Oh,
the
wonderful.
metal ceiling. I can hang the
Wonderful.
ornaments. And then the next 3 Fridays, we are going to have an open workshop where people can come in and purchase their beads and make whatever they like. And if they need assistance, we'll help them with that.
Oh, that's great. So you
Yeah.
actually have a set time that people can come
Absolutely.
in.
From 5 to 9, I'll be open
Great.
the next 3 Fridays.
There you have it, folks. No excuses at all. Even if you're creatively challenged, if you're lazy, just buy this stuff. If you're creatively challenged, come on down. There are so many colorful beads and so many different
There
things.
really is.
You can
It's-
actually put your own creative influence into a nice little Christmas gift. So you can shop local, you can save yourself some money, and you can learn a new craft.
There you go.
If you want a second career. So we moved on down Canal Street. We're at Della. I got it! Yay! Della Glass with Kathy Tretler, the creator of Della Glass. And the thing that I find unique about your store is You always have that one person on your Christmas list that has everything. Usually it's an in-law. So you have to so you have to find something nice, something tasteful, but you want to have something unique and something that they feel you put some thought into. And that's what I like about all the items that you have here is they're unique, they're crafted here in Vermont by you.
By me, by my hands. Yep.
And you have such a wide range. You have, it's not just glasses, I mean you have everything in here.
Well, I try to make sure that I have things that are functional also, like salt and pepper shakers and butter dishes, and so that people can use them.
Right.
So that you can have something decorative that you can use, a lot of people I know, they tend to put like the wine glasses and whatnot in the china cabinets.
Right.
And I'm like, no, take them down and use them,
Yeah,
So
like I think that margarita glass over there should be used on a regular level.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Don't put the margarita glass in your cabinet and never use it.
Right.
Use it every chance you get.
Well, that's kind of how I feel. What I'm trying to do is I don't want it to be so...
Put away for best.
Right, or so precious necessarily. I want people to feel comfortable that you can have some fun at your table, or when you have people over, or if it's girls' night out and everybody has their wine glass that they really like, and have some fun.
And not only do you have bigger items, but I noticed you have some cute little smaller items. Like these are adorable.
Yep,
These are wine recorders.
Yep, wine bottle stoppers. They fit in most wine bottles. They're $5, so I try to have a pretty good price range.
Perfect stocking stuffer, folks.
And then
this is, I noticed you had
We've been
ornaments.
cranking out ornaments. We sold a ton of ornaments last year. So I have like the birch ornaments were big, and then my berry design. So yeah, and I've got boxes this year. I've gotten better about the packaging, so I have just white china boxes for different items,
and I think a lot of times people are looking also to send gifts that come from Vermont to out of town relatives. So that's another good thing about shopping local is you can give someone a little taste. Someone found in town a little taste of the creativity in this area. I think we have a lot of artisans in this area. We're very lucky.
Yeah.
And to just be able to send a little taste of Vermont, a little bit of Vermont, somewhere else.
Yeah, and if people are early enough, I can help send it. I have
good.
bubble wrap and everything. I can
good.
ship items.
Good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Do you have like a cutoff on when you say early enough?
Well, as long as it's here in the shop, and I'm not trying to do something custom for someone right now, because I get a little bit behind with the custom work. I would say like give a week before Christmas, maybe. Okay. It depends on how much people want to pay for shipping.
Yeah.
I mean, if you come in the last minute and say you got to send this overnight,
I don't pay anything. That's usually me.
Yeah.
I'll pay anything. Just get it there in time.
We can do that.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. That's really good to know because that's one more service that you get here when you shop local, folks. So come on to Della Glass. I got it right
Della
twice.
Glassware.
See Kathy. She will get you set up. She will even ship it for you, folks. What more could you want?
Thank you. Thanks for everybody's local support. I've been really floored, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, we appreciate your artwork, Kathy.
Thank you.
Now we're here at Rock and Hammer with Cam Parent. This is one of my favorite stores in town. Just ask my boyfriend. Now, the nice thing that I find about Rock and Hammer, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this misconception, but I think a lot of people, when they see a finer jewelry store, they think, oh, I can't afford to shop there. The thing I like about here is that you have something for every price range. I've come in before and gotten a quick little gift for somebody, like a $10 pair of earrings, up to more expensive bracelets. Or I've also gotten some nice home decor gifts, which is something that you have here that people might not realize that you have. Is that a correct assumption? Or?
Yes, I think so. I think you.
Of course, you're a little biased.
Yes,
but.
of course I am. But I think you hit it right on the.
Yeah, I think you guys are always able to help me find something. I might be in here for a little while bugging you about it, but you just have you have a great selection. You do the jewelry yourself, a lot of it.
We do a lot of it. Yes, make a lot of it right here.
Yeah. And you can do jewelry repairs too.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, and watch repairs and.
Yes,
awesome.
Of course it's a little. This time of year, repairs take a little longer than usual, but.
Why is that, Pam?
The elves are busy.
The elves are busy. Nice, good answer. The other thing I love about here, you gift wrap.
Yes, we gift wrap. We always gift wrap.
Yeah, I don't
Free
mind
gift
wrapping.
wrapping.
Free gift wrapping, and you have beautiful wrapping paper. And you've changed your paper because I used to always be able to tell when it was a Rock and Hammer gift.
Yes.
And you've changed it, so now it's a little sneakier now.
A little
bit
but
sneaky.
you know, I think people will start getting used to it. Yeah.
So you can see, folks, that you guys must have been busy little elves, just getting loaded up. You look like you're pretty much at top.
Yes, we
top
have
capacity with
quite a
stock.
large inventory, and we are adding stuff regularly. I mean, still now.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
we're gearing up.
Gearing up. Now, I know one of the things I noticed in your display window is this is something new for you to have the beads. Is
Yes,
that-
the beads, the reflection beads, they're the charm beads that go on the snake chain or leather bracelets, and
Because they're kind of like
pretty popular.
the big thing this year.
They are,
Yeah.
yes.
So there you go, folks. Folks don't have to go out of town to Keene or to West Lab. You can come right in here, or you can shop local right at Rock and Hammer. And then I also noticed that you are promoting some pink bracelets and some T-shirts for a cause that is kind of special to you, the breast cancer cause.
Yes.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Save the Tatas
Save the
T-shirts.
Tatas, yeah.
What more fun gift could that be?
That's right.
To get somebody a T-shirt, or looks like you have magnets, you have some bracelets,
Yeah.
and does part of the money, is it donated to the breast cancer cause?
Yes, it is.
Good. So there you go, folks. Not only would you get someone kind of a T-shirt that I'm going to guess they probably don't have in their collection, but the money would go to support breast cancer research. So shopping local at Rock and Hammer, you can get everything you need. Hey community, I have a little quiz for you. I want you to try and guess where I am in downtown Bells Falls, because even I, having shopped local for many years, had no idea that this beautiful space was here at Holidays. I'm here with Marcia, and I didn't even know you had this back here. How long has this been here?
Yeah, we've had this since the beginning. You know, it's our private little greenhouse back here, but it's not so private because everybody's welcome back here, but a lot of
Awesome.
people think that they can't come back here. We try to encourage people to come back and check it out.
Nice. You have a
Yeah.
beautiful selection of poinsettias. So if you haven't bought your Christmas poinsettia yet, then Holidays is the place to come. There's some wonderful plants back here. Plants make a great Christmas gift. And Marcia's actually going to take us to the front of the store, and we're going to see all of the other wonderful things available here at Holidays. But that was your shop local quiz. I hope you passed. Okay. So now we're in the heart of Holidays. And as you may or may not know, folks, Holidays is not just flowers and dips. Holidays is everything under the sun for your Christmas needs. You guys have helped me so often in the past when I've come in like last minute. I gotta get a gift basket, and you have a great selection of stuff to do a gift basket, and you ship those gift baskets.
Yes, we
Or maybe
can.
you just did.
Yeah,
Okay.
and-
When I
No,
came
we
in and
can.
begged, they were very helpful.
Yeah, no, we have a wire out service that we can do, and we can ship out our own products also. We carry a lot of Vermont cheeses, we carry wines. We're not able to ship out the wines at this point, but,
Right, but that
people
makes
can
sense.
ship out themselves. We have local Vermont wines and plus a huge variety of other wines. We have gourmet gift basket products, Stonewall Kitchen products, of course our Harvest Barn dips and cheesecake mixes, soups.
Plus, you have a lot of fun things. You
Oh,
not only
yes.
have fun, sparkly jewelry, so if anyone's thinking past Christmas to New Year's, you have some great fun stuff for New Year's.
Oh, yes.
You have some, I don't know if I'd say naughty little gift things, but some fun
Yes.
little joke
Oh,
gift
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
I don't know if they border on naughty, but
Oh, yes.
they border on nice, right?
Yes.
Only nice, nothing naughty.
Yeah.
But you have some fun little things that are over here, some soaps, all kinds of fun little magnets. Just, you know, kind of the unique, the different, not like the run-of-the-mill that you get in the big box store. Very unique stuff here at Holidays. You have, if someone hasn't done their tree yet, they can come in and
Oh,
get some
we are
great
loaded
ornaments.
with
You're
trees.
loaded with ornaments.
Yeah, we have a lot of
Loaded.
vintage ornaments. We have the country ornaments.
Which
we
is
have the
perfect.
snowman ornaments. Yeah, we have like trees everywhere.
And what I like is that you've done different themed trees.
Yes.
Like I'm not a hugely creative person, so like if I wanted to do like a country tree or a vintage tree, I can get the idea of how to do that here.
Right.
And then I'm sure that you could give me some tips if I begged you and said, Marcia, please, can you help me?
Oh, sure, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
She's very accommodating, folks, I tell you. You got to come in, you got to check it out. Where else are you going to find an ornament? I don't know what kind of dog this is, but that's a
Little
unique
Chihuahua.
ornament, folks. You're not going to find that in the big box stores that shall remain nameless. You're going to find it when you shop local, when you stop into Holidays for all your Christmas needs. They always have a beautiful window. You guys have the most beautifully decorated
Thank
Christmas
you.
themed windows every
Thanks.
year. So stop in and see Marcia. She's not the only one here, but she's the only one willing to talk on camera today. Awesome. So come to Halliday's, folks. Now, you were just telling me, Marcia, about something that you do every Sunday?
Every Saturday. Every
Saturday.
Saturday for the month of December, we're going to be doing wine tasting. Every third Friday for the Third Friday Art Walk, we do wine tasting.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and actually the weekend before Christmas, that Friday also. We'll be
Nice. So
doing
that's,
it
you know,
the whole weekend.
one more service you guys offer. So you can come in, taste some wines, do a little shopping.
Yeah, we usually have 2 or 3 wines out that we are sampling. We change it up every week so people get a chance to get a little flavor of it before buying it.
Nice. Now, do you find that people shop more after they have the wine?
Oh, most definitely.
That's a very good marketing technique, actually. Just come in, folks, have a little wine. That's all we want you to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
And we also do the Vermont cheeses as well.
You have those in your cooler.
Yes.
Which is actually a very cool cooler. I just
Yeah.
want to show you, community, how cool this cooler is, because things like this fascinate me.
It
opens
invites
right
you
up.
in.
Yeah.
It
So you can
says,
go
"Come
right
in, come see me."
and you can look. You can pick it, because you can pick out your own flowers if you want.
Usually we have arrangements for sale in the front here, and then people can help themselves, or we'll help them put a bouquet together.
Great, great. Yeah, you guys have helped me out of many, many pinches with the whole flower thing. Oh, the cheeses, beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. You truly go. You guys go all out. You have a truly great selection here at Halliday's. I'm here today with Shannon, and we're at J&H Sporting Goods. Now, I hear all the time, there's no place in town to get kids' clothing, but
We have actually kids' clothing here at J&H Sporting Good above on our new addition above by the barber shop. We have this right here, the little girls' clothing.
and they're Carhartt.
The Carhartt,
so it's
yes.
a good quality.
Good quality brand. And then the little boys. We don't have toddler sizes yet. We're hopefully going to be getting into that. This is more of the in between.
Tweens.
In-betweens.
In-betweens. Nice.
The teens, and here's all the girls stuff right here.
Now you just barely opened, correct?
Yes, Saturday, last
Good.
Saturday.
Just
So tomorrow will be a week since this
Awesome.
part has
And
been
I'm guessing
open.
a lot of people don't even realize. I'm sure they've been
No.
downstairs, but they have
Yep.
no idea this is here.
Yep.
You have
Exactly.
You have all sizes, and you have
Yep.
some.
We have some boys over against the wall and right
Good.
in that rack.
So what's the age ranges from what you'd say toddler up to what?
I want to
13,
say, well, the highest it would go probably is about 16, maybe 15-ish, depending, because boys are so different
Right.
nowadays. But
Right.
that would probably start off around the ages 7, 8.
7, 8. Good, good. And it looks like you have a great selection.
Yeah.
A nice range of sizes.
We'll only be growing more.
Right, well, that's great. So this is just the first of what
This
you're
is
bringing
just,
in.
yes, so hopefully get business in and just keep growing.
Great. So, folks, if you think you cannot find clothing for your kids locally, we're proving you wrong, aren't we, Shannon?
Exactly.
Exactly. You can come to J&H Hardware. It's up above J&H Sporting Goods, right next to the barber shop. I know y'all know where it is if you're local. So come on in, shop local. Shannon will be very willing to help you out. Aren't
Of
you?
course.
Of course. Awesome. Okay, another quiz for you, community. We're at another mystery place. You can go to a big box store, you can buy a generic gift, or you can shop local and you can come to this mystery place and get a truly unique, one-of-a-kind gift for Christmas this year. The mystery place is Sherwin Studios. I'm here with Chris Sherwin, and he has graciously agreed to show me how he makes. Every time I go into Chittenden Bank, I see all of your stuff in there, and I ask the tellers, I say, how do you think he does that? And we have this whole speculative conversation as to how do you think you do that? So I'm totally intrigued as to how you do this, Chris.
Oh, great. Well, basically it all starts with a single gather of glass, and everything I do I basically call on the pipe work, and it's a buildup of layers of glass. Each layer is gathered, cooled, kept on center as best I can, and then I get more layers of glass over the top of that.
So what you're technically doing now is...
I'm just cooling this
Cooling
and
it, okay.
keeping it on center as much as I can, and it's pretty much, if I stop turning, it's pretty much stationary, which means it's safe for me to go in and get more glass on this.
And you have, that has glass in there at all times?
There's a big crucible with glass that's constantly at about 2100 degrees.
Wow.
And when I gather it out, it's the consistency of warm honey. And what I'll do is I'll let some drip off into this bucket right here to show you, if I stop turning at any given time, what could happen. So I turn inside to get the glass over the top, and if I stop turning, it would fall off the pipe. It's 2130 degrees at all times in there. And now it's slowly cooling as I'm out here.
So it cools pretty quickly then?
It cools fairly quickly. If I were to stop now, it wouldn't drop off unless I were really slow. But my job is to keep this, the more centered I keep the piece, the easier it is to work with.
So we're not going to tell the audience what you're making.
Okay.
I know what you're making, but we're going to make
They'll
them
know in a
keep guessing.
few minutes, okay.
They might be able to figure it out, you
The
think?
first hint is that it's going to be white.
Okay.
And the way I add my color to this particular piece is finely crushed powdered glass is in a tray here, and as I stick the molten glass into it, it sticks to the surface. So I'll do that 3 or 4 times to get a nice even coat of white. And as I expose it to the heat, that powdered glass melts and it'll become glossy, and then it's basically glass.
So that's how you get the color into something.
That's one way to get the color, yep, is to add powders or chips of glass. So it's a little thicker now. I'm working on just getting a nice even coat of this.
Now, how long have you been doing this?
I've been blowing glass, I just figured it's about 18 years now. I've been blowing glass professionally since 1993.
So did you just wake up one day and say, oh, I want to blow glass? Or
No, I call it a series of fortunate events. I was a special education major at Southern Connecticut State University and happened to take glass as an elective. They had a program there, and that was back in, I'll say, 90, 91. So I got my first introduction to glass then. But as a special ed major, I needed to work out of college, and I was a house counselor, a residential house counselor for adults with developmental disabilities down in Maryland. I did that for a couple of years, and then I wanted to move back home to Vermont, and Simon Pierce had just opened his, Simon Pierce is a production glass studio up in Windsor, and they had just opened, and I was like, oh, glass blowing. I did that once. And I've basically been blowing glass in one form or another ever since.
that's neat.
I did 4 years of production crystal up there with them, and then met my wife, and we moved to California, and I got in with another, that's a nice even coat now, so I'll probably stay with that. Another way, I'll get back to my story in a second, to add, I can add some surface texture to this. There's some chips right next to the powder. They're clear chips. When I add those, they'll add a little more depth to the piece. It's actually a new design I just came up with this year. A new variation on the
So it's like a signature piece
theme
for you?
of what this piece is going to be.
It's a giant marshmallow, folks.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. So again, I'm a little careful. I'm going over my clear, so I don't just push these cold chips right into the furnace. They could pop off and then end up in my clear glass. So I slowly introduce it to the temperature to allow it heat up slowly.
So there's definitely, not only is there an art to what you create, but there's an art to how you create it.
There's a
some
process,
definite,
and there's a series, there's a series of processes that you go through, and an order that makes the most sense. And you kind of learn that by trial and error and experience. And so I got to melt that. Once it's molten, I will gently shape it on this steel table here.
So it will no longer be a giant marshmallow.
No, it'll look like a tube probably when I'm done. So one of the ways I can manipulate the shape is to roll it on a steel. This is called a marvering table. And I think that possibly came from Italian. They used to be made of marble. So I'm just gently rolling it coaxing it into a kind of a tapered shape. And then I'm going to get one more layer of clear over this. But right now, see, it's still moving. And so I want to let this cool to the point where it's just stopped moving, and that will allow it to retain the shape and get clear glass over the top of it. If you go in too hot, it could all kind of drip off into the furnace, or you could lose the shape that you've been working on.
Has that happened before? Once or twice?
Once or twice, probably, yep. Usually what I run into is if you try to rush the process, again, there's a layer of powdered glass on here, and if you go in too quick, the powder could start to run off. And that's usually what will happen if I go too quickly. After 18 years, I tend to not lose the whole piece, but every once in a while, some of the color will run off. And you can alleviate that a little bit by taking some compressed air and blowing it, just cooling the tip. And that's pretty close. So we'll do that.
Very fun tools here.
Yeah, lots of tools. My favorite one is just a good knife here. Nothing like a good knife.
Nothing like it.
So the final gather. This is, every time you go in, you pretty much double the amount of glass you have. It's a nice winter job.
Yeah, I imagine it's not quite so good in the summer.
It's a little warm in July, yeah. So again, I'm waiting. It's called air marvering instead of that's the marver table. Just basically allowing it to cool. If I were to stick these papers or some of my shaping tools, which are primarily wooden blocks, stick it to the glass too soon, they could mark the glass. But this is just wet newspaper, and it provides a layer of steam between the newspaper and the glass, which allows it to kind of smoothly shape the glass.
And that doesn't burn your hand? Much?
Not much, no. Not too bad.
Wow.
So now, because I allowed that to cool in order to get that last gather, I have to slowly get heat through the entire piece now. The outside layer is hot. The inside was relatively cool. So I want to get a nice uniform temperature so I can start shaping this into its final shape.
And you said it takes you, for this particular piece, it takes you about 15 minutes?
15 to 20 minutes, yeah, depending on the size. And my pieces range from, I don't know, 10 minutes to about 3 hours. Some of them are fairly in-depth and take a long time.
You do a lot with layering colors, I notice, in a lot of your pieces, which I find just beautiful.
Thank you.
Is that more time-consuming?
Yep, the more layers, the more decoration you see inside the paperweight or the vase, the longer it takes. When we get a couple steps ahead of this and you see how I do some of the decoration on this piece, it gives you a sense, if you've seen the floral pieces that I do, how I apply all the flowers and leaves to my work. It's all glass. Some of it tends to look like paint, but it's all rods of glass and a torch.
Now we have a light bulb.
What's that? Now it's a light bulb?
Now we have a light bulb.
Uh-huh.
Not quite, people.
No.
I don't know. Can you guess it yet?
I'm getting there.
We're getting there. Fascinating. So you cool it off just enough, but not so much that you can't make it's still not pliable.
Right. Exactly.
So there's
So this line that I'm squeezing in right here is going to be the disconnect. This is where I'm going to separate the piece that I'm working on and the pipe that it's on.
Oh, wow. Even I, knowing what the piece was going to be, wasn't quite sure how you were going to get there, so
right.
I'm quite intrigued.
Well, and a lot of people wonder what this is, and it's basically a little bit of excess. So if you take this out of the equation, you might get a hint at what we're doing.
You might get a hint, people. I don't know. It's a quiz. So not only do you get to watch Shop Local, but you get to play a game show.
Right.
Guess the glass piece.
There you go.
I think that comes on right after Jeopardy every night, I believe. Now, is your studio open every day? Like, can people just come in and just check things out?
People can. What I pretty much say is find me by chance or appointment. I'm here most days, school hours, most Saturdays, but you know, life happens. So I encourage people to just take my cell phone and give me a call or a brief email if they're thinking of coming by. But yeah, please, I'm not open just certain times of the year for open studios. If I'm here and the door is open, I encourage people to come in. I have chairs to sit and just look out at the river or watch me work. Or
yeah, you have a cool space back here.
it's very nice. Yeah, I'm fairly lucky. It was just one big space when I moved into this building. They slowly kind of walled in since I've been here, but I just said I'll take these windows and started the studio from there.
And how long have you been here?
I've been here since August of 2005.
Wow.
So 6.5 years, I guess. So it's still moving right now. So I have to be. You can see it, and you can probably see the heat coming off it. I can only be out of the furnace for so long before the glass could crack. So I kind of have to balance what I'm doing. So right now I've got this torch and these canes of glass, and I'm actually melting the tip of the cane of glass that's in my hand and applying the molten glass to the surface.
So that's how you get your outside color.
Right. This is going to stay on the outside. Any of the pieces, like I said, that have all the flowers and leaves and butterflies, every wing, every leaf is a single application of glass. So it's kind of painting with glass is my process.
Interesting.
And these
I can't
rods
wait to go back to the bank and tell the ladies how it works.
Yeah. Some of them have been in. Some of them are still wondering.
Well, if they watch my show, they won't be wondering.
There you go. Right. Whoop.
Beautiful.
So this will actually be bright red when it cools down. It's the heat that makes that look black.
I kind of figured, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Well, and a popular question is, you know, now that it's looks black, will it stay black? But you're just seeing that glass is heated up to the 2,000 degrees that this piece is. So I don't know at what point it comes back to being red, because I can't ever see the process. When I'm done with this, it'll still be about 1,000 degrees, and I'll put it in an oven to slowly cool down. So I don't know exactly when it comes back to being red.
Beautiful. No, it's not moving anymore.
It's. I hope it's not. Right. So now we're going to put another part on. Different color. And this is a two-part process that I've done with this one. This is black. This is a black glass.
Getting a little closer for people to be able to figure out what it is. I think they might know by now. Now, do you just come up with your own designs? Do you just like wake up and
that's
say,
another really good question. Some of the designs have evolved. Some of them I've come up with. A lot of them I get from people coming in that maybe see something I've done and ask me if I can either tweak it or do it a different way. So a lot of my designs have evolved over the years. But I'm basically a product of my experiences. You know, doing design work at Simon Pierce, or production work at Simon Pierce. And then I worked at a place called Orient and Flume Art Glass in Chico, California. And that's where I learned this style of glass blowing on the pipe torch work. And so I learned a lot for the 7 years I spent there. And then I've been working on kind of evolving my own production line.
So really, when someone does buy something, even though you've made a few of them, they're still kind of a very unique gift because you say you're evolving each and every
time, and I constantly, like, this is a new variation. I guess what I do is kind of limited production. I don't really do additions. I don't do mass production. Every piece is hand done, no molds. Every piece is created either hand sculpted with the newspaper. It's all born of a single gather of glass.
Oh, nice. So yeah, so if somebody is looking for, again, a truly unique gift for somebody that you're not going to get at, you know, the generic discount store.
Right.
You know,
right.
You really, it just pays to shop local to really.
It really does. And I do a fair number of sales right out of here, which is really great. I feel very supported by the local community, and it's wonderful.
I was definitely intrigued as to how you were going to do that. I could figure out the ribbon. I'm like, how's he going to get the hat?
How do you get the hat on there?
How do you get the hat on that?
So the rest of it is just little tiny dots. You can tell when I'm nervous or I've had too much coffee because I start shaking. I'm used to having a camera on me, all this pressure.
The pressure.
Pressure.
I can't actually even see you shaking, so must be your perception. Wow. A little bit more intricate than ones you make in your backyard.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Well, I think people kind of know what this is at this point. I've played around with the design from just classic cased white. I've added depth with this one. I can show you in the back when we're done. My wife asked me to do a crackled snowman where I would actually dip the glass in cold water and it makes an icy appearance. It crackles the surface. I've done some in clear. You can make this a hollow piece, not this particular one, but you could actually blow it and make a larger one. That can then sit on a illuminating light base and light it from within.
Oh, is it like the one you have? You do have that one in here, an illuminated one. That's a blown one.
That one isn't. You can sometimes blow it. I mean, you can illuminate it when it's solid, as long as the bottom is big enough to sit on the light bases. Okay. So that's basically.
So and I noticed you had a melted one too. I like the melted one.
Yeah, right. In the spring, yeah. I think, oh yeah, I'll melt one.
So hopefully, community, you can figure out by now that was a Christian and
Very seasonal.
Very seasonal.
Seasonal piece. So the last thing, I just put it into the furnace to kind of smooth everything out. I'm going to score this area down here so I can separate this from the pipe. And this is just a file with water and a diamond file. It's got diamonds on the edge of it.
Because diamonds cut glass.
Diamonds cut glass. Really all I need is a drop of water if I have the temperature right. And actually, Mike, if you're here, you'll be able to see into the oven. So hopefully one little tap breaks off.
Awesome.
So the oven in here is 900 degrees. Where do we put it? Let's just put them right there. 915 degrees, and they're all just happily sitting in there.
It's the one oven snowmen won't melt in.
Right. These snowmen won't melt.
These snowmen won't. Frosty wouldn't like it, but
right.
but Chris Sherman's snowmen are all good.
And then it's about 24 hours to cool that down over a slow process. One of the most important processes of the glass blowing is the annealing. It would just crack or explode if it's if it cools down too quickly. So mine's about a 24-hour process to cool that down slowly.
That was very, very intriguing. I thank you so much for taking the time. And I really encourage you folks to come down. You're located, what is the technical address here?
33 Bridge Street.
33 Bridge Street. Come on in, pick up one of Chris's cards. A lot of times you have your cards. In fact, I think all the time you have them at Chittenden Bank. I see them there.
Yep, they're out here.
People's
They're all
Bank.
over.
I still call it
Right, so
Chittenden
do
Bank.
I.
That's right.
Yeah.
People's
Bank.
Give Chris
They've
a
been
call.
wonderful.
And come on down and do your local. I mean, where else really, folks? Can you get that at a big box store? Can you get someone actually showing you how they create their craft? No. But you can get it here when you shop local.
Anytime.
Thanks so much.
Day or night. Well, not night, but anytime throughout the year.
24/7,
24/7. Yeah, call me. I'm only a mile away.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Once again, community, I'm going to prove that you can find nothing but the unique when you shop local. I'm here with Scott Morgan,
Hi, Marty.
a local painter, and he's in the process of creating, you can't get that in a box store, folks. You're in the process of creating one of your paintings right now.
Yeah.
So not only can you get your paintings here, but can you tell us a little bit more about the creative way you've come up with for people to get your paintings, but in a more, you know, useful manner?
Right, well-
you don't have a giant wall at your house, maybe?
Right. Well, I paint these contemporary abstract paintings. They're mostly oil. And I do some small ones in the $300 range up to 6,000 big corporate sizes. But my customers had asked me if I could create some kind of a gift for them. So I found a company that will reproduce my work on a ceramic art tile. So it's a custom tile. It's a great coaster, but also people are starting to buy them in groups and use them for interiors, for kitchen and bathroom backsplashes, and put them right in the walls.
Nice.
And
Not your generic backsplashes, but
Right,
some really
right.
unique, awesome.
Custom tile with the images of my work. And actually people have gone on my website,
Which
chosen. It is watermusicart.com.
Okay.
Three great words,
watermusicart.com.
three major influences
Great.
in my life. That's why I named it that. And
Wonderful.
watermusicart.com. And you can go on there, find an image that you like, a painting that you like, and then contact me, and I can put that image on a tile or into one of these jewelry boxes.
Or a coffee
Or
mug.
a coffee mug. That's how the whole line has grown. It's
Beautiful.
been all customer driven.
I mean, you know, you think of giving someone a coffee mug for Christmas and you think, oh, that's kind of a generic or cheesy gift, but not if it has beautiful artwork on it.
That's right.
I mean, you have a
It's art.
coworker, you know, everyone drinks coffee at work, so you have a coworker. Nobody's going to have this mug, I guarantee it. They're going to be like thinking you're the best coworker ever.
Well, that was my goal, was to get fine art into people's hands and make it accessible. I'm trying to make the design and the art accessible too, and I'm trying to turn people on to abstract art. And I'm getting some new converts to that. So I just opened a new gallery in Chester called Water Music Art, and it's my gallery and studio right across from the Green, across from the Fullerton at the Hugging Bear Inn. I have
Okay.
a little
I know
carriage
exactly.
house there,
Yep.
in my carriage house, which is, it's pretty neat to see the juxtaposition of the contemporary paintings in this old beadboard carriage house. So it's pretty cool. It's
That
been
would be.
good.
And you
Yeah.
can't miss it because you can find the Hugging Bear because there's a giant
next-
teddy bear
that's
out front.
right, that's
so
right.
you can't miss it. But for the holiday season, you're here in Bells Falls.
I share space with Sherwin Art Glass, and Chris is kind enough to let me come here and paint my big paintings here. So I'm here often painting, and whenever Chris is open, I'll have this table here for gifts for the holidays.
Great, wonderful. So if you're going to Sherwin Art, stop by and see Scott's work. Again, folks, I can't tell you, a coffee mug, coworker, perfect gift. Thanks, Scott.
You're welcome.
If you want to give the best Christmas gift this year, you could give the gift of health. Come here to Greater Rock Fitness. We're having a 10% discount on all our Christmas gift certificates if you bring in a non-perishable food item for Our Place Food Shelf. And you will save, on a 1-month membership, you will save $5. On a 3-month membership, you'll save $14. On a 6-month membership, you'll save $26. And here's the best bargain there is. On a 1-year membership, you'll save $41 total. You get the lowest rate with our 1-year membership, and you're going to save money. So it's a win-win situation. Shop local, give the gift of health, come here to Greater Rock Fitness. Okay, that's our show for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you shop local. Visit all the downtown merchants. They were more than accommodating. They'll get you all set up for Christmas. And make sure you come to Greater Rock, get your gift of health, and that's a wrap. Bye, community.